German Open 2018, herzlich willkommen zurück in der ÖVB Arena zur ersten Runde im Herren-Einzel.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the ITTF Seamaster 2018 World Tour Platinum German Open, coming to you live from Bremen, Germany. I'm your commentator, Adam Bobrow, and we are getting into the round of 32 for men's singles. It's always exciting to see Ma Long, the Dragon, the captain, the dictator, when he plays, the most complete player that table tennis has known in recent years and possibly ever. Is now a father and back in action. He's currently world ranked number 9, but thought by many to still be the best player in the world. We will see if he can capture points and raise his world ranking at this Platinum Tour event. His opponent, Maharu Yoshimura, 24 years old, world ranked number 20, has played some outstanding table tennis and really stepped into the spotlight in the last 3 years. And we will see what he does here today. German umpire Stefan Wolfschlager, the officiating. In terms of serves, there will be a lot of clever service out of Maharu Yoshimura. Elena Semenova from Russia, assistant umpire, making sure the net is at the perfect height, that it's fully taut to keep the ball in play all the way across. So Maharu Yoshimura, very well known for his creative style of play and his kick serve, his shovel serve with a variety of spins, inside-out spin. And in addition, there will be topspin sometimes, underspin, subtle varieties. His serve has been well studied. And in terms of the world standings right now for the World Tour Grand Finals coming up at the end of the year, Fan Zhendong in the lead, Wang Chuqin right behind. Ugo Calderano in third. I think the more updated version of that list has Ugo Calderano in second, and Fan Zhendong way out in front with 750 points. You can find all of that information on ITTF.com. So Ma Long in red. If you want to study any player in table tennis right now, Ma Long is the man. As clean of a game as they come. Physically fit, fast, agile, clever. Now Ma Long is using Chinese rubber on both the forehand and backhand side of the racket. Had a chance to talk with him recently. And in talking to him, I think it was in London, on the way back to the airport, he's using 42 degrees hardness in his Chinese rubber on the forehand, the black side, and 37 on the backhand side, also Chinese rubber. So a little bit softer. You'll see him twiddle the racket when someone plays high balls and he's trying to flat hit through. But Maharu Yoshimura has the uphill battle here. We will see. Ma Long, 29 years old, is the 5th seed in this tournament. It's tough to imagine a time where you would see Ma Long not in the top 4 seedings. But again, due to his lack of participation in 2017, after the drama at the China Open, and following that, only getting the bronze medal at the Men's World Cup. Now, it's weird to say only the bronze medal. That just speaks great truth and great volumes of the expectations the world has for Ma Long. Anything less than gold is a surprise. That's how strong Ma Long is. So, Early here, this is his first match of the tournament. Many players in the new system, only the top 16 qualifying for the main draw outright. Everyone else has to play right through the qualification rounds. So Maharu Yoshimura has had several matches. Ma Long has had training, has had his practice. Little time to tie the shoe there. Is going to be coming in fresh. This is a good time for Maharu Yoshimura to try and take advantage of someone a little bit cold. Maybe not as settled in. We've seen more early tournament exits in the first round of the tournament, of the main draw, than any other time in a tournament. I remember for Ariel Shing of the United States versus Li Xiaosha at the Olympic Games, similar situation. Li Xiaosha cold. We'll see here best of 7. Well-placed flip right down the middle. Taking it a little bit late. Yoshimura still able to play with precision. Now I'm quite curious. In terms of serves, I've seen more serves called here at this tournament than maybe any tournament of my life. And one call that we've seen a lot is the ball falling behind the head of the server. We'll have a chance to watch and see if that comes up here. Either way, heavy push from Ma Long to add a lot of backspin to the ball, forcing Yoshimura to have to lift more. Break off the top of the net in the touch game. Good read, though, on the serve from Ma Long. Reading the kick for the top side spin. It's very interesting. I've watched the under-21 men's singles final, where the serve falls. It's quite similar to that of Ma Long. This is something that rarely have players been called on in the past. Ball falling behind the head. I'd seen Ugo Calderano in a final against Kenta Matsudaira get a service fault. I think he was up 3-6 maybe, and it changed the momentum of the match. Obviously, it's up to the players to adjust. Make sure that they are playing by the rules and the umpires are enforcing a bit more strictly, that it doesn't completely break their concentration. So 2 in a row here for Ma Long. Clever idea, but maybe not fast enough or deep enough on the table for that long serve. Ma Long across the body manages to take it with the forehand. It's weird to liken this to an injured player, but Yoshimura versus Ma Long, as strong as Maharu Yoshimura is, I think he's going to have to be very specific and make his first shot really count. He wants the short rallies here. That's a much better approach for me. Makes the first shot. Ma Long comes back quickly. Yoshimura goes for it again, trying to change up the placement, more central on the table. Ma Long starting to find his rhythm. 6 points in a row from down 1-4. For Ma Long to read that serve so perfectly, to receive it short and low. He wasn't that far inside the table when he played it. He just had the perfect read and the soft touch. Nice opening flip over the table, the forehand out wide to Ma Long's forehand side. Again, Yoshimura is going to have to be brave and bold here. Starts to go for the behind the back. You can see him put the racket back behind him for a moment. Yoshimura has been known to do that when out of position. There we go. Some firepower, some pace, and turning from the backhand corner. So a few quick points here for Yoshimura. Ma Long just drying his palm on the table. Oh, punch, spanked, punished. Sits up a little bit, Ma Long, no problem. And there's Lu Guozheng, personal coach now, working with Ma Long. 4 game points. Solid opening forehand. And Ma Long covers the wide forehand side, 11-6. What a swing of momentum here. The dictator sits up here 1-0, and we'll be back for game 2 right after this. As the players come back to the table, you had a chance there to see Thomas Weikart in the crowd, ITTF president. Maharu Yoshimura talking to Coach Tase Kunihito, who's been working with many of the young men from Japan for the last several years. Lu Guozheng, forever a hero in China after saving China versus Korea at the World Team Championships 2001. I think he saved about 7 or 8 match points against Kim Tak-soo in what would have given Korea the victory over China. We would still be talking about that today had Korea been able to take that. Not so common a country beats China. We all remember the last. So in terms of service variety, Maharu Yoshimura's shovel serve and the kick serves have been pretty well studied. Sort of curious what else he'll bring out here. A lot of Weibo fans were asking, since Qin Zhijian, coach for Ma Long, is no longer coaching, not for the Chinese national team, who's his personal coach? And I talked to Ma Long when I got here. He said Lu Guozheng. Lu Guozheng. There he is in the corner. There's been a lot of movement within the staff, so it's interesting to see how it affects the players. Fang Bo was eliminated 4-0 by the young Polish Jakub Diaz. Had a chance to watch that live. It is quite interesting. We've seen more losses to foreigners from the Chinese national men recently than in quite a long time. Nice counter here, though, by Yoshimura. So again, about 3 years ago, Maharu Yoshimura really breaking into the spotlight and has seemed to plateau a little bit. A lot of questions if he'd be the key threat to the Chinese. What? Oh, I want him to win that so bad. Down on one knee, makes a shot. Smiling at the irony of this. Maybe 2 in a row. Look one more time. Out of position, gets back up. Has the opening, but can't complete it. Ma Long very focused to stay in this point. So the start of the game has been no problem for Maharu Yoshimura. It's after that. Will it come down? It will not. It's behind him. I'm watching this thinking how impressive it is that Yoshimura can hit the ball from both sides this hard. Very wristy backhands, takes the forehand from the middle, and Ma Long just decides to turn it up in a moment. Everything else is like practice, it looks like, for Ma Long. It's really tough when you're playing against Ma Long. Like, what answers can you come up with? It looked like a little bit of indecision there, Yoshimura. Maybe wanted some inside-out spin, tried to play a little flatter back into the body. And that receive there didn't really leave a whole lot of option to get Yoshimura in position for the point. Like I remember 5-3 and maybe even a better lead than that early on for Yoshimura, but that's at least 4 in a row now for Ma Long. That receive from Ma Long, he came in like a chop block. It almost seems like he's just experimenting, having some fun trying out different touch shots early in the rally. And I think from all the viral videos that have come out of the training halls in China, the Chinese National Training Center, of Ma Long circling the table with Xu Xin, exhibition style, we know he's got the touch. Oh, both wings. He's off balance. He's on one foot and he's running, and he still makes the shot back aggressively to win the point. Middle of the table, and once again, it is 4 game points for Ma Long. This one gets away a little bit in the defensive game. Ma Long seems like he's got some comfort, some wiggle room here. 1 game point saved, 3 to go for the dictator. That's all he needs, 11-7, a 2-0 lead. This could be quick and painless. We will see. Yoshimura's got his work cut out. Game number 3 coming up right after this. Back for game number 3, Ma Long starting off with the serve, leading 2-0. Now, regardless of the outcome of this match, it's exciting to watch Ma Long play for many reasons. One, there's so much to learn about how clean he can be, how good his game is all around. Backhand down the line from near the table, sets it up, knocks it down. But also it's a test as to what we'll see from Ma Long throughout the tournament. The tests will get harder and harder as the tournament goes on and the players thin out. Oh, back edge of the table, very faint. Ma Long is right in position there. Yoshimura plays it down the middle while Ma Long is backing off. Keeps the racket right in front and just plays it out wide. Oh, nice shot here, bending away. Now, one thing I noticed about Yoshimura back in, I think it was probably the German Open in 2014, maybe. Just watching him practice, he's very nimble, very flexible in the wrist. And here, you can see the way he finishes with the racket hooked around the ball to the side of the head, just bending it out of reach for Ma Long. Oh, surprise. Gets one on the dictator. Right at the baseline of the table. Looks like more topspin than is on it. That's a tough rally to win. Not too many go head-to-head, backhand to backhand with Ma Long. So 3 in a row now for Yoshimura on the receive. This is odd. I mean, we don't see Ma Long make a lot of mistakes. Now, one thing against some of the top Chinese players, breaking rhythm, slowing it down a bit, just changing it up, keeping it unpredictable, giving some awkward, funny shots, a bit of side spin here and there can be effective, but Ma Long is just so impenetrable. Fools Yoshimura here, who was covering for the forehand. Now, Maharu Yoshimura, of world rank number 20, was just 2 spots out of being in the top 16 seeds behind Ruin Filus. He was the top of the second group in the qualifying stages. And he had to beat Christian Clotaire, Alexandre Casson. And here's the timeout before it cracks open. Had a bit of a lead. Yoshimura looking now to take advantage and make this 1-2. Again, we saw a few mistakes from Ma Long that we don't see so often. I think that's a good time to credit Yoshimura for changing it up. Sometimes deeper on the table, sometimes a bit faster. Here and there, more shallow bounces on the table. Always easier said than done. Hey, look who it is. It's upside down Ma Long on the back of Ma Long's racket. It's not like writing your name on your racket, because if he loses that racket, I guess the rubber on it is the more unique part. But we see a lot of those blades around. Even in the women's game now, we see a lot of professionals using the same blade as Ma Long. The player as dominant as Ma Long is definitely has some power in terms of sales and whatnot. People say, what are the best using? A little bit uncomfortable in the backhand-to-backhand rally there. Thought the point started well for Yoshimura right out of the timeout. Once he got in the long push, Ma Long didn't go for the blast. Still, I feel like for Ma Long, this is a bit of a warm-up. Not to say that it's not challenging, I guess it's all relative, but when he gets really turned on and fired up and in beast mode, it's completely different. Oh, strong opening backhand, but the forehand has the right idea. Hit it behind the momentum, deep to the backhand corner. Misses the contact, though. Now the serve's on his side. Well, Ma Long, 5 game points for a 3-0 lead. Cruise control for the captain. Captain. No question about the quality of the player out there. Ma Long up 3-0 right now. Looking pretty unstoppable at the moment, and we'll see what happens in game number 4. Stay right here. Back for game number 4. I just had a thought related to the end of last game. Saved by Ma Long, but finishing the point there. Yoshimura cleans up after the net ball. I was thinking, where would the term captain come from? And I realized it's a combination of the dragon and the captain. So, in case you were curious about the origin of the made-up word. Get a slip there, but either way, Yoshimura, start of the game has been no problem. Up 3-0. Mental toughness coming back, finishing the job. Nice side spin there on the flip. Ma Long bending it into the backhand corner. Takes his time, though. That's when you're so well prepared, you've worked so hard through your life to be the strongest player. You have a bit of luxury to be leisurely on the table. As fast as those shots are, still, Ma Long just looks like he just hasn't needed to pull out, I don't know, any of his cards yet. There we go, fast long serve. Much faster than the one before where we saw Ma Long side swipe it. Well placed, doesn't get Ma Long leaning too much. I don't think Ma Long has to, score-wise. He's got a few to spare, doesn't need to put too much pressure on the body. Changes it up parallel, so quick to do that. That twist, that turn, the agility we've seen from Ma Long. Even just hanging in there for the forehand loops when Ma Long's a step behind the table. Tough to handle. Deep heavy push, no timeouts on the side of Yoshimura. Good angle here, exits the side of the table, right on the way to the line. Gonna have to take some big risks. Again, when you are the underdog in any match, if you play your average, you should expect to lose. Have to try to go bold, take some chances out here. And a bit more aggressive, a bit more positive play in the receive game. A lot of big names at this tournament. Ma Long, Dmitry Ovtrov, Timo Boll, Ugo Calderano, Simon Gauzy, all still on the list. So second towel break of the game, and Yoshimura still with a chance. Again, a long, hard road. It's down 0 games to 3. The winner of this match will be waiting for the winner of Jonathan Grote versus Junmi Zutani, the left-handed battle that'll be happening later on today. Now, this is the first time that I've been at a tournament where we've had 3 days of televised matches. That's just how many world-class players are here, how many spectacular matches we expect to see. Snakes it up. Oh, beautiful backhand to follow the snake. A lot of kick, a lot of side spin to send it into the backhand corner against Ma Long. Well anticipated. Yoshimura, watch the snake. Can't see it there. Neither can Ma Long. And down with one knee near the ground, Yoshimura rips the backhand for a winner. Tries to bring it back with a touch play. Ma Long moving wide to the forehand, though. Very tough to handle. Being so fast and so well balanced. It's tough to find Ma Long out of position. Find a place where he's not dangerous. 2 points away from moving on 4-0. We don't expect to see Ma Long dropping too many games throughout this tournament. Maybe in the later rounds we will see. Beautiful backhand. There are a few players here, after all, who have beaten Ma Long. Rip shot, manages to stay closed from behind the table and hook it out wide to the forehand. Beautiful shot. And at the third towel break of the game, it's tied up at 9 points apiece. Ma Long from below the table spins it up soft and baseline, but loaded with spin. So the last 2 serves in combination in this game are on the side of Ma Long. Under the table again, but Yoshimura, very focused, stays on top of the bounce, has earned game points. Solid start, but Ma Long anticipates, gets there. No surprise to him, wide to the forehand, he's in the point. Saves game point, ties it up deuce in game number 4. Ooh, slower spinny backhand, maybe caught the top of the net. Saw the apology there from Yoshimura, game point once again. Oh, right down the line. Ma Long does what Ma Long wants. I mean, all this power coming in, all this speed, Yoshimura working hard for some big shots, and Ma Long just drops the hammer. It wasn't even his big forehand stroke. Just turned and played it down the line with the backhand. And gets some hesitation here out of Yoshimura. Now match point. Back to the captain, the dragon, the dictator, Ma Long. Not so fast. Yoshimura still has the fight and the fire within. 4th towel break of the game. 12 points apiece, the only score possible. We will see. Just so smooth. Turns the corner, you can't tell where he's going to go with it. Match point once again for the man in red. And the door has been closed, 4-0. A bit of a challenge there in that last game. By far the most challenge we had seen yet, averaging 6 points for the first 3 games each. Maharu Yoshimura put up a fight. But Ma Long, no problems out here, not so far, not a game dropped. And waves to the crowd, a very good, devoted, table tennis friendly crowd out here at the German Open. But the dictator moves on and does what he wants. He'll be in the round of 16. We'll see who he's going to play. Looking at the draw on ITTF.com, you can have all the information you need. Again, it'll be either Jonathan Groth of Denmark or Junmi Zutani of Japan. Enjoy the highlights and stick around. We've got another match coming up for you in just a bit.